Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is by request, and somebody left a message or sent me an email. I'm not sure, forget, but they asked me to do a video about chronic worrying about family members. Okay, so relax, breathe, listen to the birds. All right. So the context of this question was that this particular person has two young daughters, 14 years old, and anytime they go out, she panics, worries. And if she texts or calls and they don't respond, she literally has a panic attack. And she is really in a high degree of panic, is the right word, for when these daughters are out and she's not with them. And so she asked if I would talk about that. And the first thing I will say is this, and I don't want this to, make it even seem more helpless, but worrying about things that are outside of our control, such as, hey, my kids are out, worrying about them, it's natural. It's a parent's thing. That's what we do. But to the degree of panic, this worry about an imaginary event that's not happening does not keep the other parties safer, right? All the worrying in the world by this mother will not keep her daughters safer. What will keep them safer is, education, love. Hey, be careful out there. Watch out for this, and that. I know you're getting grown up, and I trust you, but use your smarts. Don't do anything dumb. And after that, we kind of have to let it go. Because what I suggested to this particular lady is that, again, the chronic worrying to the degree of panic does not keep the daughters safer. But what it does do is it robs this woman of her present moment. And the thing that I like to suggest is that ask yourself this question. If you could trade today and the opportunities that it provides to sit outside, listen to the birds, enjoy the fresh air, would you be willing to trade today for some fearful imaginary event that's not even happening right now? When you hear it that way, you're like, oh, heck no, I would never do that. That sounds silly. Why would I trade today for some imaginary bad thing? And so for anybody who's caught up in chronic worry, the worrying seems like we're problem solving, but we're really not. We are just creating and looping and building up the fear more and more and more. And in this particular lady's case, to the point of panic attacks. But we're not doing anything productive to keep the kids safe. And we're giving up our opportunity for some peace of mind. Yes, it's normal to worry. I get it. But trust. I forget the number, 95, 99% of things we worry about never happen. Or they already did. And so do your best to engage your brain in something else more productive, useful, meaningful, joyful than worrying about some imaginary thing happening to the people you love. And that could be health issues, that could be out somewhere, all sorts of potential things we worry about. But worry is not a productive strategy to keep things out of your control from happening. You're exerting caution over an imaginary future event that's not happening. Fear's real. Fear's important. Nothing wrong with that. There's a bear in the woods and it comes up and scares you. Fear's important and it may just keep you safe and keep you alive. But the worries, notice when you're doing it and make a decision. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm going to choose to be present, joyful, peaceful. Listen to those birds. Trust. All right, folks, that's what I got for this lady. I hope it helps her. And I hope it helps anybody else who finds themselves with chronic worrying. Look, worrying is normal, but chronic worrying can absolutely rob you of your present day life. So notice it when you're doing it. Decision to shift and engage in something else more joyful. So love you folks, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.